What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to week 16 of the prep. We're officially 16 weeks away from stepping on stage for the first time. And to be honest, I'm finding it hard to film these because there's nothing really much happening. But this week, there was a couple things that happened this week. We had Thanksgiving this week during week 16, and I'll pop up some training clips from that. Thanksgiving is a time where I could really get under people's skins. So I did post this. That did get some attention from a lot of people. I think it got like 8,000 views on Instagram. It got like 5,000 views on TikTok and a couple thousand views on YouTube. But 2 years ago, for backstory, 2 years ago, I posted something very similar, and it was like my first ever like actual viral video. It got like, I want to say like 400,000 views. It might be more on Instagram, and everybody in the comments was just hating on it. And at the time, I was like, damn, like this sucks. Like no one's like supporting me or anything. As of recent years, I've learned that the more hate you get, the better it is, because the more eyes you bring. So this year, I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna rage bait the fuck out of everyone, and it worked, and it got some views. So that's my little Thanksgiving ritual, is just to film something very out of place and just let people just do its thing and just hate on it. Thanksgiving was good. You know, I did actually have to bring meal preps to Thanksgiving, so that was kind of ass. So I didn't have Thanksgiving food, although I'm not the biggest fan of Thanksgiving food, so I wasn't too like, damn, like I wasn't too like mad about it. The only thing I was mad about was the dessert, but I heard this year the dessert wasn't that good. So I'm not too worried about that. That's the only thing that happened really this week. It was just a normal day, Thanksgiving. We woke up early. I worked out with Gianna, and that's really it. But speaking on week 16 and the plans, Gianna was home this week. And so whenever she's home, I like to work out with her. And she only likes to work out in like the morning. So so to give you background, I work out at like 12 p.m., you know, like 11 a.m. the latest, right? And it's just upwards from 12 p.m. I usually work out. But she likes to work out at like 8 a.m. And so that big difference was really hard for me. So I have like insomnia. I don't really sleep. So especially when I have to wake up that early, it's super hard. And it's pretty hard on my body because I don't get sleep. So this week, my weight fluctuated like crazy. It stayed the same and even went up. And I was gonna be like I was gonna just use my emotion, and then next week you were gonna see I was gonna completely strict myself and go on like this crazy deficit. So for reference, I'm right now on 2,400 calories. I was gonna restrict myself to 1,800 calories because my weight and the fluctuations. And then yesterday, I gave it some thought, and I realized, what am I doing? Like, I'm just using my emotion and reacting on it. I'm not using logical sense. And what I mean by that, the reason why the scale did not move and it even like went up in weight wasn't because I was gaining weight and the calories were wrong. That's not the reason. The reason why the weight didn't change and the scale didn't change was because the lack of sleep was the main thing. When you have a lack of sleep, your cortisol naturally spikes. When your cortisol naturally spikes, you hold more water, so it's called water retention. So when you wake up, you're holding more water than what you're used to. So naturally the scale weight is up. Alright, for summary, bad quality sleep, cortisol spikes. When cortisol spikes, water retention happens. When water retention happens, you wake up bloated, scale weight is higher, and your gym quality is pretty bad because your recovery is bad. You know, you're not at peak strength because you're just exhausted, you're tired, everything. You might even injure yourself because your body's just, you can't recover. No matter how much food you get, no matter how much anything, naturally your body does not recover from that. So that's what was happening this week on week 16. So I was going to use my emotion because, you know, I'm self-coached. So it's scary when stuff like that happens because you know you're not making progress. So you feel like, oh, I'm going to mess up my show. But sometimes that's just your emotion just talking to you and it's not logic. And I shouldn't have jumped to the conclusion that it's the calories I was wrong. The conclusion is I just had bad sleep this week. And because of that, everything else went wrong. So to fix that, you know, obviously my original prep plan, every week I drop calories by 50 and increase cardio by 2.5. So right now, for next week, what you're gonna see, I'm gonna record a full day of eating. I'm at 2,300 calories and then 27.5 minutes of cardio. Now cardio is gonna max out at 30. I'm not gonna go above 30. I don't wanna fully hinder myself and fatigue myself that much because when you go past 30 minutes of cardio, your body just can't, it's really harmful on your body. Like your body is just so fatigued, and especially in the prep, that's not what you want. And I do 5 times a week, 30 minutes of cardio. That's enough because I also get 10,000 steps a day. Now, one thing I did notice last week was that I kept my phone in my pocket when I did, because my cardio is the elliptical, and I kept my phone in my pocket for when I did the elliptical, and I tracked my steps with my phone, and so naturally my phone tracked my elliptical as steps, which is bad. And I realized that because I was just using the 10,000 marker from my elliptical as well. I just counted it towards that. Now, my overall activity level for the week was down because I saw like, oh, I just did 3,000 steps and it was just on the elliptical, not knowing that it doesn't really count because cardio is just on top of my 10,000 steps, not part of it. So the one thing I'm also changing is that I'm putting my phone up and putting it away when I do the elliptical. So now overall, my whole total daily activity level is going to increase, which means hopefully the scale is going to change. And already, because I was fluctuating from 162 to even like 166. It was around that. So my average was like around 164. And last week, if you realize, I was at 164 too. So I really didn't change. My average actually was 164.4 last week, and this week it was 164.4 exactly. So that's why I was like, oh my god, like I have to like go in a crazy deficit. I'm still 16 weeks out, and for how lean I am, I'm at a perfect pace. So I don't have to go super aggressive, which is what I wanted. And that was the plan for this whole prep, was to not be aggressive. The reason why I'm dropping 50 calories and increasing cardio by 2.5 minutes, and that being slow, is that my body's gonna naturally adapt to the expenditure that I'm using. It's gonna easily adapt to the 2.5 minutes or even like the drop in calories, and it's not gonna feel so crazy. And I'm not gonna really, my body's gonna adapt to it very easily, and it's gonna be easy on my body because it's not a crazy deficit that I'm just jumping to. It's already like naturally like just slowly going down, which is a good thing. It's perfect for what I'm doing. So come show day, I'm not gonna be super tired because my body's gonna be naturally like used to like the energy that it expends. So that's really what week 16 was really about. was realizing I can't let my emotions play a part in the dictation of my future plans. I gotta trust in my plans and just stick to the main goal. Realize what's actually going on and how do I bounce back from it. So my goal for week 15 is to get better sleep, keep my phone out of my pocket when I do cardio, and just to chill. I gotta be the one main thing that I gotta learn is that because I'm self-coaching myself, you know, it's vulnerable. It's hard to be confident in every single action that I take because you never know. Because I've never stepped on stage before. I don't know if my shots are right. I just gotta be confident in my knowledge that I'm doing the right thing, and I just gotta follow through with my plan and not jump ship, let emotions take over. That's the week 16 update. I recorded a workout that you're about to see with one of my boys from high school. I met him in high school playing basketball. He was always like one of like the best kids on the court. He like made me realize that basketball was not for me. He made me see that there was levels to this shit, because I remember all throughout middle school, elementary school, I was always like the best on the team and always getting like playtime. And then the first day of high school, I had to match up against him, and he just cooked my ass. And he made me realize, like, oh shit, like I'm not going to the NBA. Let me just pick up bodybuilding. He's actually probably like the reason why I'm even in this industry, because I realized I ain't going to the league. I need something to bounce back on, and that's bodybuilding. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little workout montage that I'm about to put together. And yeah, love you guys. I'll see you guys next week. We're doing a full day of eating, but I love you guys. I'll see you guys for week 15. Enjoy.
Watching the sun, reaching for reasons. Watching the sun, reaching for reasons. Reaching for reasons.